I think a coach needs to understand the range of emotions that the player goes through. They probably have to have a level of empathy, and they also need to know when to push the player a little bit if they need it. For me, that's like 99% of it is the personal side of it, and obviously it's almost a given nowadays that they'll have the skills and the knowledge of the game. So I think just being able to treat the player in the right possible way.
Just someone who brings a lot of enjoyment to the game, brings a lot of the fun to it, especially at that like younger age. You really want to enjoy your footy and make the most of it.
Yeah, so my favourite coach growing up was probably Chris Smith. He had a lot to do with my early years playing AFL, taught me a lot about the game and all the basics, and he really made me love the sport.
My brother just took over at Wangaratta in the Maggies, so he's just started his coaching, and he said one of the fun parts for him is he's got a lot of young guys he's got to talk to. He's got 45 guys that he's in there, and everyone's very different, so I reckon a coach at that sort of needs to know a bit about each player, because it's not one shoe fits all. Like everyone's very different in the way they receive feedback or how they learn. You know, some people might learn verbally, some people might learn in other ways. But
yeah, definitely.
Coach is the one that you kind of look up to, I guess. So even just the way they carry themselves outside of the club or outside of the field is they should always be trying to set the right example for the kid or the player or whoever they might be coaching.
But I just remember my coaches growing up, we're just all really passionate about the game, just enjoyed seeing everyone go well and have fun. And I think on the back of that, that's the thing when you're younger too, playing with your friends, you get a lot of enjoyment out of that too. So I definitely look back on my junior career really fondly, and I think a lot of that's off the back of probably the coaches that I had. So.
As I said before, Chris Smith is a sort of a figure that I see in my life who guides me through AFL things and also off the field as well. So he's also just a great person off the field, so he's a mentor for me. My coaches growing up was like my dad for most of it.
Yeah.
Through under 14s, under 16s. So he probably didn't look after me, he went the other way. And made it a bit harder for me.
Yeah.
One thing my dad always said to me when I was younger, it's very, very simple and basic, but it was just a simple 2 words, was next ball. So no matter what might have happened before, whether you made a mistake or even if you did something good, it's always about the next one. So you don't know to hold on to anything that's happened in the past, because that's not really relevant to that stage.
From a coach, it's a double for me, because my coach growing up was my dad, so it's sort of fatherly advice as well as coach's advice. But the advice I've always stuck to is to keep a balance. Don't let footy just be the be all and end all. Always know that it's a game. It is a job. You take it seriously, but it's not all you are and what you can do.
Probably just have fun. Like so many people can go over the top with their sport, but you can always link it back to just having fun. So you've got all these things to focus on, but as long as you can link it back to having fun, that's the main thing for me.
To treat everyone the same, treat everyone equally, and treat people as you'd like to be treated. Especially, probably that was probably more on my junior days as well. I think when you come through and you're a bit younger, you're still finding your feet a little bit and working out who you are. And I think it's easier for sometimes people to act maybe a bit differently. So I think that's something that I got taught by my coaches, and I think it's something that's come through sort of to this day. Sort of try and treat everyone pretty fairly and with respect. So I think that's a good one for all the young kids too to follow.
I think it's something that I really want to do when I'm older, mainly just to keep you involved in the community and keep you engaged with the game that we all love, and to be able to help others, and maybe even to see a player rise up through grassroots level to maybe make it to the AFL would be almost just as good as doing it yourself. So I think it's not only really rewarding, but you're also giving back an awful lot too.